The mysterious phenomenon that was assumed to be black hole suddenly claimed itself as God. A colossal black hole suddenly appears near Mars, and a group of astronauts have gone to investigate it. KarlaGrey, an astronaut on a spaceship, misses her life back on Earth. She explained that Earth was in trouble, but her family focused on finding happiness together. Karla fondly recalls their last evening together by the ocean when her mother shared a story. It was about 5 men stranded in a tiny boat with food and water for only 3. Karla's mother asked how to decide which 2 should survive, a story whose meaning puzzled Karla, and she still doesn't understand it. Tragically, a few hours later, an accident claimed her mother and daughter. On board the spaceship Achilles, Karla and the crew are in hibernation. Karla wakes up earlier than the others and explores her room filled with pictures of her mother and daughter, as the rest of the crew get up too. It includes Tez Sen Ulph and a blogger named Sai who will document the whole journey. Karla heads to the command cabin to meet Captain Sen. Together, they investigate the mysterious black sphere that brought them here. Despite their advanced technology, the sphere remains an enigma, leaving Karla puzzled by Sen's decision to approach it. Sai continues documenting events as Ulph disposes of a depleted core into space. CEO Vance addresses the crew, emphasizing the world's anticipation for answers from their mission. Karla informs Vance that their data has no valuable information, even after close encounters with the sphere. Vance acknowledges the sphere as humanity's greatest mystery and encourages alternative methods of investigation. He advises the crew to connect with their families in their rooms. Ms., the ship's AI, can also take control of the ship's systems. Karla, intrigued by the puzzle of the sphere, considers that their advanced scanners will be useful, which can see through planets. If they possess such technology, why can't they pierce the sphere's secrets? Sen admits his lack of answers, and this baffles Karla further as they continue the mission toward the mysterious object. Despite the unfolding enigma, Ms. remains present at an instant. It's ready to take control when needed. As the crew grapples with the unknown, Karla's curiosity about the sphere intensifies. Aboard the ship, tensions increase as the crew grapples with the mystery surrounding the black sphere. As Karla walks to her quarters, she's startled by what sounds like her mother's voice. Simultaneously, Sai claims he hears voices too. Suddenly, a beam of light from the black sphere strikes their spacecraft, Achilles. Just in mere seconds, it disrupts all communication with Earth. Trying to understand the situation, Karla seeks answers from the ship's AL, but she gets no clarity. Despite the lack of understanding, Sen remains adamant about approaching the sphere, leaving Karla puzzled. When a strange signal emerges from the sphere, Karla deciphers it. It continuously broadcasts the term Deus. It's a Latin word that stands for God. This revelation unsettles Sai, who urges an immediate return to Earth. A concerned Karla confronts Sen. She advocates for a more cautious approach, yet Sen dismisses her concerns, and he firmly states that they must proceed according to their original plan, as those are their directives. C is visibly troubled, confessing to Karla that the voices he hears warn of impending judgment. Concerned, Karla shares these ominous signs with Sen and Ulph, unaware that Sen is secretly hearing all of their conversation. While she remains skeptical about the sphere being divine, the crew's anxiety has increased. Ulph believes they should investigate the sphere's nature, and if it proves non-divine, they can consider eliminating it. Suddenly, all crew members are summoned to the main cabin. Upon arrival, Sen warns Ulph against any talk of harming the sphere. Disturbingly, both Karla and Sai start hearing voices again. When Sai goes missing, Tez updates Karla and Ulph. As they search, they discover Sai deep in a trance, etching symbols onto his skin. As Tez tries to approach him, Sai violently retaliates. Hearing Tez's cries, Karla rushes to the scene but quickly hides when she finds C, knife in hand, standing over Tez's body. As Ulph reaches the spot, Sai takes Karla captive, demanding they alter the ship's course. While they negotiate, Sai hints that Sen hides something crucial. Unexpectedly, Sen enters, swiftly neutralizing Sai. Sen orders Ulph to handle the aftermath while he and Karla head to the ship's front. Karla notices Sen's strangely calm despite the weirdness of the recent events. To seek answers, she inquires about his knowledge of the sphere. Sen simply replies that the sphere self-identifies as God. Challenging her beliefs, he taunts Karla about her fears and emphasizes the world's expectations regarding their mission. Resolute, they approach the sphere, with the weight of humanity's hopes resting on their shoulders. They detach the smaller part from the larger Achilles spaceship and gently land on the mysterious sphere's surface. As they approach the landing, Karla notices a strange structure on the sphere. sphere. Suddenly, communication with Earth is re-established, and Vance's holographic image appears to talk to the crew. Vance explains that similar structures to what Karla detected on the sphere have now begun appearing all across Earth in vast numbers. Curious about Earth's response, Karla inquires about the scientific community's stance on these structures. Vance's response is disheartening, revealing that nobody on Earth has concrete answers, leaving the crew to bear the responsibility of unraveling this enigma. Sen then instructs Karla and Ulph to venture onto the sphere's surface to investigate the structure more closely. Sen expresses his desire to join them despite his initial hesitation. Karla agrees, recognizing that Sen's scientific expertise makes him an invaluable asset. With Sen, Karla, and Ulph venturing out onto the sphere's surface, Karla begins to observe the sphere's unusual composition. The material it's constructed from remains unidentifiable, absent from the periodic table. In front of them lies the structure Karla previously detected, now revealed to be a gateway. A radiant light starts emanating from this gateway. Astonishingly, a figure emerges from the brilliance, bearing an uncanny resemblance to Karla's own daughter. The sphere emits additional signals, transcribed and relayed by Ms. This ethereal figure introduces herself as a spokesperson for the Creator, claiming dominion over all existence, from Alpha to Omega. The figure presents humanity with a choice. Those who venture through gates, similar to the one before them, will find a peaceful reunion with their Creator. Karla, perplexed, seeks to understand the fate of those who decline this path. The figure reveals that the sphere encases the event horizon of a relentless black hole, edging closer to Earth with each passing moment, spelling Earth's ultimate demise. Given authority by Sen, Karla is granted permission to enter the gateway. The figure then transforms into Karla's mother, a poignant and emotional moment. Touched, Karla walks through the gateway. What Karla encounters on the other side is a breathtaking landscape featuring a lush green field framed by a magnificent golden city. To her delight, she finds her daughter here, and they joyfully run toward each other. However, the vision inexplicably fades before they can embrace. Karla awakens, battered and disoriented, back on the ship. Concerned and confused, she inquires about Sen's whereabouts. Ulph, solemnly, informs her that Sen did not survive the journey. Vance contacts Karla via hologram, explaining that the entire world awaits her account of what she encountered beyond the gateway. While she's thinking about her past events, Karla sees a small smile on Sen's face. She pauses, thinking about it. She decides to skip the part where she saw her daughter in her memories. Vance and Sen approach her. They suggest she should rest for a bit. They both then leave the room. This leaves Karla with many questions. She wonders about what really happened to Sen. She asks Ulph, and he responds by telling her that Sen's protective suit had a tear in it. This explanation doesn't make sense to her. She feels the need to go back to the sphere to find out more. However, Ulph informs her they are getting ready to head back home. Confused, she asks why they would leave when they haven't found all the answers yet. On their way back to her room, Karla and Ulph pass an area where there are no security cameras. Ulph decides this is a good spot to stop and talk. He asks Karla why she didn't share her entire experience. She responds by saying that she believes Vance and Sen already knew. They probably wanted her to say it all for everyone to hear. She's puzzled about why that would be important. Later, Karla decides to do some investigating on her own. She checks out Sen's protective suit. She realizes it wasn't torn at all. Wanting to find out more, she sneaks into Sen's room. Inside, she finds his gun and some papers. Just as she's reading them, Ulph comes in. He looks startled. The file describes Ulph's past. They reveal he was a well-known soldier on Earth. Confused, Karla questions why he would be on this mission. Ulph admits that Vance placed him on the ship to maintain order. His real job was to make sure no secrets got out. He also hints that he was the one responsible for what happened to Sen. Suddenly, Karla feels threatened. She decides to hold Sen and Ulph as hostages. She wants to get answers. Vance, hearing the commotion, shows up. He tries to calm her down by saying she knows all there is to know. He reminds her of the beautiful place she saw beyond the gate. He even shows her footage of people on Earth now visiting these gates. As they're talking, Sen lunges at Karla. Acting on impulse, she shoots and Sen falls, not moving. In the chaos, Karla gets hurt. She's about to turn the gun on Ulph, but he pleads with her. He tells her that although he started the journey with one mission, now he genuinely wants to know what's really happening. He convinces her that they can find the answers together. As Ulph helps Karla with her wounds, she expresses her desire to return to the sphere. However, her plans are hindered because Vance has control over Ms., the ship's AI. Ulph, though, has a solution. He possesses the code to override Miz's control, but this comes with a significant challenge. To regain control, they will need to detach a substantial portion of the ship, as the vessel is too vast to be manually steered without it. This means there was no direct way to return to Earth. Ulph then proposes an alternative. He suggests that the smaller module of the ship could transport them back to Earth, although it will take 6 long years. Karla is determined to uncover the truth and proceeds to the command module where she confronts Vance. What he reveals is astonishing. Vance discloses that the enigmatic sphere was a human-made creation constructed from a unique material capable of self-replication, forming colossal structures. These structures were akin to the gates on Earth, created from the same material. The motive behind this elaborate plan was to address the Earth's dire overpopulation crisis. The sphere indeed contains an event horizon, and the entire setup aims to persuade Earth's population to voluntarily enter the gates and end their lives. The prospect of religious salvation is anticipated to convince billions, significantly reducing the global population. Once the population reaches a manageable level, the sphere will face destruction through a military strike. Adding to the shocking revelation, Vance unveils that Karla's ability to hear her mother and daughter resulted from a microchip implanted in her brain after her accident. This microchip manipulates her sensory experiences, making her perceive what Vance wants her to see and hear, including the apparitions at the gate. It was all part of a grand scheme to present the world with a scientist who had discovered God. Karla pieces together the grim truth, suspecting that Vance might have orchestrated the accident that took her family from her. When she recounts her mother's story about the 5 people stranded in the ocean with limited resources for only 3, Vance interprets it as her willingness to join his cause. However, Karla's interpretation is different. She believes in providing everyone with a chance to build their own future instead of playing God. In the midst of these revelations, Ulph has been retrieving another depleted core, intending to employ it to destroy the sphere. Vance, realizing the imminent threat, orders Miz to self-destruct the ship. Yet Karla is a step ahead, using Ulph's override code to detach the smaller module of the ship just in time. However, their plan faces a significant hurdle. The smaller module lacks the capability to remotely detonate the core, necessitating a perilous manual operation on the surface of the sphere. Both of them are aware of the risks. This is a mission that could cost them their lives. Karla calculated the time required for their journey back to Earth. This is going to take 7 whole years. With resolve in her heart and a sense of purpose, Karla embarks back to her home. Loved this recap? Don't miss the next one. Subscribe, like, and comment which movie we should dive into next. Your pick could be our next spotlight. And turn on the notifications so you stay alerted of our next post.